Hello guys, Pezray here. Okay, so in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the 7 best weapons in AQ3D. And some of them may surprise you, so let's get started. The first up is the SHADOWGVARD BLADEX. Now this just come out in the new Green Guard update, and it surprises me that it sits at number 7. But you do get some extra health with this weapon, so survivability wise this is probably a good choice. For attack it isn't the greatest, but this video is mainly focusing on attack, so this is pitched at number 7. The look of it, cosmetic wise, is fantastic. I do actually like using this, so there you have it. At number 7 it's the SHADOWGVARD BLADEX. And at number 6 we have the Darkest Night. This weapon, well, if I'm going to be brutally honest, when this weapon first come out I thought, oh my god, this weapon is going to be amazing for stats. But unfortunately it wasn't that great. At the time the Crimson Staff of Abyss was out, and that seemed to do a little bit better on stats. But even still, for the cosmetic side of it, I found this to be a really nice looking weapon. Now, this is the problem. We keep looking at the cosmetic side of it. But, you know, a level 17 weapon, I would have liked to have seen this with a bit more attack. But this comes in at number 6. And as you can see, my attack is gone up to 780 now. And, yeah, not the best weapon, but it's reasonable. Coming in at number 5 is the Furnace Hammer. Now, the Furnace Hammer is obtained by going to the Magma Mines dungeon, and I love this weapon. I think it's really cool. Now, when the old stats were out, this was really good for, like, your tank type of weapon. But since they rejigged it all, it's pushed this weapon to number 5 in the list. As you can see, my attack's gone up by 5. We're at 785 now, and yeah, I see a lot of people walking around with this for cosmetics as well, because it just looks like a beefy weapon, and trust me, you wouldn't want to be hit over the head by this thing. At number 4 we have the good old school Scale Slayer. Now this weapon is in Ashfall, and it is a beast of a weapon. This weapon was like the best weapon in the game up until the Crimson Staff of Abyss. And yeah, this weapon's pretty cool. This has gone up by 10 on my attack. We're at 795 now. Stats are pretty reasonable. Crit 830. It's not a bad little weapon, but we know there's better out there. So let's move on to number 3. And at number 3 we have the ORNATE NIGHTLOCKE War Axe. And this is a really cool piece of cheese to own. No, my bad. Axe. I must admit, I did prefer it when it was black and red because it looked epic. Now it just looks like a giant block of cheese. But it's not about the cosmetics, guys. It's about the stats. So our attack has gone up to 806. Health and crit are reasonable. So in my opinion, this is a fairly balanced weapon to use. And if you want it, just head over to the bank and follow the instructions. It's really simple. Okay, so in the number 2 spot we have the Crimson Staff of the Abyss. This is my favourite weapon, just for the fact it's an all-rounder in my opinion. But if we're looking at just attack, this does sit at number 2. This came out when Ashfall Part 2 came out, and boy was it a grind to get. This has got to be the hardest weapon to obtain, and maybe that's why I don't want to let it go, you know. So no, I'm just kidding. It is a really good weapon. I've tested it against other weapons and it always just seems to come out on top. Pretty reasonable cosmetics as well, but for the attack, the crit, the health, this is my preferred weapon. But look, let's get over to number 1 and see which weapon has the best attack in AQ3. And at the number 1 spot is the ORNATE NIGHTLOCKE SCYTHBLADE. what a weapon this is. I do really like this weapon, but for overall, I do prefer the Crimson and Staff of Abyss. But I'm not going to take anything away from this weapon, because this weapon looks kick-ass, and it has the attack as well to back it up. Fantastic little weapon. This also came out when the bank update did. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That is my top 7 weapons on AQ3D. Now, I could have done a top 10, right? But I went to the bank, I pulled out 7 weapons and thought, you know what? I'm just going to do a top 7. Why not? It's up to me. I could do a top 7. I could have done a top 8, but I decided to do a top 7. I don't know what came over me. But listen, there you have it. That's all the weapons, you know? I just hope. Well, I don't need to hope, because I know it's going to happen. AQ3D just need to release some weapons that are going to make you think. You know, give you something to really think about. Is it worth getting rid of this weapon for this weapon? Can I make this weapon? You know, it just needs to be a little bit more competitive when it comes to the weaponry. But anyway, listen, guys, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. So, here we go. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Don't forget to hit the notification symbol to stay up to date with my videos. And as always, my mateys, stay safe.